Hi, welcome to Baby Triple. Apologies about the technical difficulties with the intro. It was supposed to have a lot of snow. Very festive for the season, but Merry Christmas to everybody. If you know, it's December now, so it's okay to say Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
So, we have a lot to talk about. So, we're gonna talk about video games.
Okay, video games. Man, a lot of stuff came out today, so most of the news is just going to be very, very relevant. Final Fantasy VII, the remake gameplay trailer just came out, and wow, I'm really impressed.
It looks incredible.
Yeah, it does. The graphics engine.
It looks so good.
It's like, I think they're using the 15 graphics engine.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I also think they're just using the engine in general. Like, the gameplay looks very, very similar to 15, which I'm okay with. I love action RPGs.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I can't wait to see exactly how they adapt the Final Fantasy VII story, and because they said it's not gonna be like a straight like the remake. It's gonna be there's gonna be differences.
Yeah.
Which we've already seen gameplay wise. There's differences.
Yeah, there are a lot of differences, but I'm okay with them. It's a game from 1997 that a lot of people have played more than once.
Yeah.
So I'm completely okay with like a modern interpretation of the game story. Speaking of RPGs, Ni no Kuni 2 coming to PS4.
Yes, I'm so excited. I love the first one.
Yeah, the first one's such a pretty game. I need to play it like all the way through, but man, I'm very interested in the second one as well.
Yeah.
Studio Ghibli knows where it's at when it comes to character designs.
Oh, absolutely.
And this isn't like the first Studio Ghibli
video game, right?
Video game.
I'm pretty sure Kuni was the first one.
Yeah, that was
Ni no
it.
Kuni.
Yeah.
This is the sequel.
That looked awesome. Like I really wanted to play that game.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
It looked amazing.
It's kind of like would you say it's like Final Fantasy 12?
12 like one of the only Final Fantasy games I've ever played.
Oh,
So.
it's made by Level 5. They also made a game called White Knight Chronicles, if you've ever played that.
Yeah,
It's
I've
kind
heard
of
of
like,
that.
the gameplay kind of looks like that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Ni no Kuni was like a really, really well-received game.
Okay.
I'm excited. Ratchet & Clank is getting a PS4 game, and it's being launched in April, which is going to be really fun.
Love Ratchet and Clank.
Love Ratchet &
Classic
Clank.
series.
Just like, let's see. I'm really excited for this too. Full Throttle Remaster, a game by Tim Schafer in like 1995, is coming to PS4 and Vita, and it's gonna get like updated music, cutscenes, graphics in general. I'm just like, oh.
Pretty cool stuff.
It's a game
Pretty cool
about
stuff.
a biker that gets involved with like a corporate conspiracy that they want to like shut down the only open motorcycle manufacturer. This is like in the future. So it's about this guy named Ben, just kind of like going around punching people, trying to find out what's what, and trying to keep his his hobby alive. It's a really good game. It was really funny, and I'm very excited for this remaster.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Capcom revealed a new fighter for Street Fighter V.
Yes, he looks so cool.
His name is Fang, and wow, he looks really
so
cool.
He's got, he's like a weird looking character. Did you see his ultimate?
No, I did not.
He like jumps up in the air, starts flapping his arms, and like flies across the
What?
stage. It was really weird.
What is going to happen with this guy? Holy cow.
He's a very weird looking character, and I can't wait to play him.
Yeah, he's going to be in Street Fighter V. Just looks so good.
Yeah.
I am so excited for this
I
game.
cannot wait. I'm honestly not the biggest fan of 2D fighters and stuff. Outside of like Mortal Kombat, I'm not good at them, and that's why I don't like them very much.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm super excited for Street Fighter V. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I wish I played it at Comic-Con, but the line was so
The line
long.
was very long.
Even like in the beginning, it was just like, there's no way we're waiting for this.
It was.
Okay,
Long line.
so Danganronpa V3, which is the third Danganronpa game, like in the story, is going to be coming out for the PS4 and the Vita, and it has a new trailer. And it looked really good. It looks way different from the last games, which is a good thing, because with visual novels, you can only do the same thing so many times before it's like, yeah, okay, we get the formula. And Danganronpa can't, for the life of it, keep a consistent gameplay model, which is okay as long as it does as long as it does crazy stuff with the plot. I'm cool with it. And for Japanese video game rankings, to absolutely no one's surprise, Monster Hunter X is absolutely killing it with
Monster Hunter Cross.
Or Monster Hunter Cross, yes. Including the bundled editions, it sold 1.4 million copies in the first week.
It looks really, really good.
Yeah.
My friend Alex is like real into Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
And he's been following Cross really closely, and he was showing me a whole bunch of stuff from it just over Thanksgiving break, and it looks really good.
Yeah. What kind of game is it like in comparison to the other Monster Hunter games?
It's just a Monster Hunter game.
Oh, okay.
They introduce new fighting styles and new monsters and stuff, but it's
Monster Hunter.
It's a main series Monster Hunter game.
But yeah. To no one's surprise, the series is like absolutely killing it in Japan right now.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it as far as video games.
I have something to talk about video game wise. So there was a little announcement recently for a long-awaited sequel to a classic from the Super Nintendo era. As we all know, Shaquille O'Neal recently announced that Shaq Fu is still coming.
Oh my God, Shaq Fu.
And as you guys know, last episode I said how my friend Brandon, he bought Shaq Fu.
Yeah.
Well, as it turns out, he didn't just buy one copy. He bought me a copy of Shaq Fu for the Super Nintendo. I don't have a Super Nintendo, but I am now the proud owner of Shaq Fu, the greatest game known to humankind. This is the greatest thing that ever was made. This is the best game.
Did you know that there was a thing going on when that game came out that you could mail in your copy for a refund and they destroyed the copy that you bought? That was a thing at one point. It was kind of like E.T., only you could mail in your copy and they would destroy it.
Could we just not burn all the next copies this time? I think we should savor this instant classic because it is probably one of the worst fighting games ever made, but it's probably one of the funniest.
I'm excited for Shaq Fu 2.
What if it's actually a really well-produced game?
I hope it is.
I hope so too. I hope they have weird Gold Bond Shaquille O'Neal commercials in there, just we're just doing that. It's
oh my God.
It just gets
Some
really
icy hot commercials.
Oh my God.
Yo, get some Gold Bond. Just starts acting.
Jeez, it's beautiful.
Oh my God. And then he's like, oh my God, I just have to hold it just because.
Isn't it gorgeous?
The label is actually in decent condition.
Yeah,
there's a
it's
dent.
It's actually in pretty decent condition. I won't lie. I mean, it looks pretty good. I mean, it's not bad at all. I mean, it's definitely in good condition.
Up. It's not destroyed.
It's a really good copy. Oh well, there's a chip right there.
Yeah, there's a little dink.
There's a little dink.
Whatever.
It's not too bad. I mean, for Shaq Fu, at least it's not burned.
Not gonna lie, if I didn't have to sell my Super Nintendo for college, I totally would have been like, Mom, you need to mail this up right now.
So we can play Shaq Fu.
Oh my God.
I would have played. I know the controls are absolutely horrible.
Yeah, I need to get a Super Nintendo now.
Yeah, just a must.
Just to experience this game.
It is an experience. It's an experience like no other. He's going to slam and dunk it right into your face,
I love it.
And I guess
it's the strangest game ever made.
I guess one more piece of video game news before we have to cut off. Psychonauts 2 got announced.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big news.
And it's crowdfunded too.
I totally will put money towards it.
Yeah, I gotta actually play through the whole game. I played the first 2 hours and then I was like, I don't have time for this. But it's one of my friend's favorite games of all time.
I've played Psychonauts 1 because it was a special, it was on a special sale, at Steam. It was like $1. It was during the Steam summer sale last year, I think.
Yeah.
It was like $1.99 or something, or like 99 cents. I bought it and I was so happy to buy it because it was an amazing game. Every penny was worth it because it was just a really funny game. It's got like a really good tongue-in-cheek humor to it, which I absolutely love, and it's platforming, and it was like really good platforming. Like it was like classic platformer that you always enjoyed. And it's hearing that Psychonauts 2 finally just got dropped, that they're gonna do one again. I'm so ready for it.
Yeah.
I'm up for it, and I want it. I want it so bad.
My experience with Psychonauts is weird. I've only ever played through like the first level of it, but I've played that first level a lot because the doctor's office back in Warwick that I used to go to when I was like a kid, they had like a PS2 in the waiting room.
So you just keep playing.
It was like a demo disc sort of thing where they had like a whole bunch of games. So I'd played Psychonauts like the first level like 30 times. Like,
my God.
Like that may be an exaggeration, but I played like that, like a Scooby-Doo game, like
Oh my God.
a bunch of classics.
I actually do not know if Psychonauts is on the PS3 or PS4 digital store.
Oh, I bet it's on the PS3s.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure it's on PS3.
PS4 doesn't have PS2 games.
It actually
they
did.
just
They
now
just announced
Yeah,
it.
they
Yeah.
just started. Yeah, they're announcing that they're going to be doing that, and I'm really excited.
Yes, Psychonauts is on the PS3, PlayStation 2 Classics thing. So,
Okay. So
if you wanted to catch up,
So if you want to buy a copy of Psychonauts and play it, you can play it on either Steam on your PC, or if you don't have it and you have a PlayStation 3, you can totally get it on the PlayStation Store.
is it also on the Xbox 360?
I don't think so. I don't think Microsoft has the rights to it because I think that's a Sony property. So
No, it's not. It was
It
on the
isn't?
Xbox.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a Sony thing.
No, it's not.
Then never mind. All I knew was that it was on PlayStation.
Although Tim Schafer and like his studio Double Fine has been doing a lot of like PlayStation stuff, like a lot of PS
Yeah.
exclusivity. Like Grim Fandango Remastered was exclusive to PS4 and Vita and PC. I think, what was this new game, like Broken Age?
I have no idea.
I think that was also a PS4 exclusive. I'm not too sure. And all the other games are only for PS4, so I wouldn't be surprised if they struck up a deal.
I'm realizing a lot now that that games like have been mostly going to like a lot of the exclusives are for PS4 than there is
Yeah.
Xbox One.
Because
It's sold like
so
PS4 is like objectively the better system.
And it's also,
Yeah.
it killed it this Black Friday. It's like now has like 30 million units sold.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
it's a fast seller.
It's doing really, really well. And the thing is also, it doesn't help when Xbox has like maybe like
Like a couple
five
exclusives.
exclusives. Most of them being sports games and first-person shooters.
Yeah, sports games and Halo.
I want to play
Sports games
I
and
want to
Halo.
play Halo 5. Like I really do. It looks like a gorgeous game. But
The multiplayer looked like fun.
It's
Yeah.
literally the
I'll tell
only
you
reason
that
I would
much.
get an Xbox One is I want to play Halo.
I want to play the multiplayer. I'm not too fond of the story now. The story after 3 got maybe I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. I think it was like Reach. I think after Reach I didn't really care.
yeah,
as much.
Reach was the last one that Bungie made.
Yeah, once Bungie stopped making the story, I wasn't interested. So it's a toss in the air at this point, I guess, whether I would enjoy Halo 5 Guardians or not.
Oh yeah.
I'd probably just mostly want to play it for the multiplayer, because that would be worth it.
I really did appreciate 343's job on the Master Chief Collection. Like they did a very, very good job making those games look good and run well. And they're all like, on the one disc, so that's nice.
That's pretty cool.
It is a 50 gigabyte install, so it took my brother like hours to download it all.
Gosh.
Even if you bought the game physically, you still have to install all that data. It's like the only thing I'm not that fond of about the modern age of gaming is that you have to install the whole game.
Yeah, that's been a pain, especially when you're sitting there for like a really long time and you're like, oh my gosh. And it takes up so much space on your drive that it's like, ugh.
Yeah, you have to buy like
terrible.
external hard drives and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I already filled up my PS4. It's
Yeah, you
brand
got a
new.
500 gig,
I have a
right?
500 gig and it already got filled up, and then I had to start deleting stuff.
Oh, jeez.
And it was really disappointing. All right, well, we're going to cut to commercial, so we will be back to talk about comic books. So
Which we have many.
We have plenty here to talk about. So stay tuned.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
You guys going to my party on Friday?
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be crazy.
All right.
What's up, dude?
I'm loving your jacket. Don't be such a fag.
If you don't mean it, why say it? Words hurt. Think before you speak.
So good to see you guys.
So, what's up? Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Was it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Thank you, dear. You're very supple. Just like I was at your age. Back then, I was a sex expert. Used to call me the buttered biscuit. I know about birth control, too. So you can ask me anything, baby.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
Have you had sex in this car yet?
Welcome back. We are here to talk about comic books. Hi, Harry.
Oh, yeah.
Ready for some comics?
You know it.
We read a lot of comics, by the way, this entire week.
Yeah, we have.
It's been crazy. First things off, I guess we're going to have to talk about DC. Because we don't seem to talk about DC a lot on the show. We sound like a bunch of Marvel fanboys, but I am, in fact, a very big DC fan. I have a Batman watch on right now. I got a Batman shirt on. I'm a really big fan of Batman. And what recently happened is this solid book right here. It's not very solid, let's just put it that way. It's very bad. It's actually really disappointing because I'm a really big Batman fan. This is Frank Miller. He wrote the classic Dark Knight, the Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, which is a classic Frank Miller story, which is probably one of the best, easily one of the best stories.
It's a classic Batman.
And then he made another book, which was The Dark Knight Strikes Again, which is the second one.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't hate this as much as I thought I would. I thought it was better than the last one.
Really?
Dark Knight Strikes. I really didn't like the art in The Dark Knight Strikes Again, or Strikes Back, or whatever it is.
Yeah, okay, I will agree with you on this. This looks better.
Yeah, it looks a lot better.
Like I won't lie, there's this great looking part where it shows like Superman encased in ice.
Yeah.
That looked really good. I was like, okay, that looks
I could
cool.
actually tell what was going on in this comic.
Yeah,
sometimes I couldn't say that for the last one.
Yeah, because when people are fighting, you could actually like see them fight, and it's really, really good. But you know, for the most part, it's a pretty good issue. It's not bad. I enjoyed enough of it where it was like, I liked what it looked like. It was the writing was the problem. But here's like the Superman encased in ice, and it looks really, really cool, and I love it. So it's very, very awesome looking, and I was like, this is very impressive to look at, but the writing is not very good.
Yeah, the writing. I didn't think it was as bad as a lot of people are saying it is. It still wasn't very good.
Yeah,
It wasn't. The thing is, I guess the problem is I'm holding it up to The Dark Knight Returns. I think that's the biggest problem with this issue is it's a sequel to a comic that a lot of people consider a classic, that a lot of people really like.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the biggest issue with it.
Right.
And plus, Miller.
He's a little crazy.
His work hasn't, or not his work, his writing abilities.
His writing abilities have diminished very much. He can't write characters very well anymore. Yeah. The thing about this is that, I guess you're right. All right, I can see where that is definitely an issue. But the thing is that it's like, it just kind of has like it doesn't seem focused yet.
Yeah, well, it's only the first issue.
It's only in issue 1. I mean, I don't know if it's going to get any better. I hope it does, but I know Miller is very passionate about making this the final conclusion trilogy, and this was a very big issue to come out, and a lot of people were very excited about it. And I'm all for it. I'm all for knowing that they're going to conclude it, but you know, it's just the series just dwindles down. So I'm not very excited about it, but I was hopeful. I was hopeful for it.
Can I say something I did really like about it? The Adam story, not the story. Like what I really liked is that Adam's thing is he gets small, so the comic was small.
Yeah,
I really like that.
Inside the comic book, there's a comic within the comic, and it's a very small issue inside of this where you could read separate, and it's about the Atom, which is a character in DC that's like Ant-Man.
Yeah,
from
his
Marvel.
power is shrinking, so the comic was small.
So the comic was small, and you could read it. It was really funny, and I thought that was kind of cool. But if I will say this, the one thing I hated about reading this book was the beginning part. I hated reading this jagged slang, text message slang that was so hard to read, because there were some times where I was like, what's this even mean?
It was it was pretty much two people talking between texts, and they didn't use like any vowels.
They didn't.
Like it was
four. Like they would do the number 4 and then Eva or something like that.
It was like an old.
Oh,
it's like an old man trying to write text like slang.
And it's really bad.
Like that's what it was.
Oh
it
God.
It was very.
It was abbreviating every single word they said.
It was not.
That's
good.
not good.
No, it was very painful to read. I was like, this is so bad.
It's like, that's not how people talk in text message nowadays. Like, there's a little bit of that still, but like not to that degree.
Yeah. And I mean, as bad as it sounds like we're making fun of DC, I absolutely
no.
love DC Comics. Let's just put this out there. I love DC Comics. I'm enjoying Aquaman, Sinestro, Gotham Academy. I really like the Green Lantern New 52 and the Green Lantern Corps New 52 that came out. I'm a really big fan of Scott Snyder's Batman stuff, which that is absolutely incredible. Easily one of the best Batman stories in recent memory. Like that's been going on, and he's one of the best Batman writers easily. And DC has done a lot of really good stuff. It's just, in comparison, this is very disappointing and kind of lackluster.
It was a letdown.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of hype leading into this book.
Yes,
this is
very much.
A massive sequel to a massive series, and it just didn't really live up to the hype.
Yeah, I agree. They had potential, they were going there, but it just didn't end up going where we wanted it to go. Which, it's a little sad, but it's whatever. But we do like DC, and I've been reading a lot of Gotham Academy. I'd recommend like Gotham Academy and all the other stuff that's been going on right now in DC other than this one.
DCU Constantine has also been really good.
Yeah. Yes, Constantine's been very good. Hey, do you have anything you want to talk about?
Yes, actually. I would like to talk about this series, or this issue, because there's only one issue out right now.
Yeah, it's one issue.
But Spidey, it's a brand new Spider-Man series where it takes him back into his high school years. It's like Spider-Man, as like a 15-year-old when he first got his powers. And it's just really good. It's a lot of fun, really. It's, the kind of taking him out of all the complications of the modern Spider-Man series and just putting him back to, his just original stuff. It's really fun.
It's a lot of fun. I really liked how they kept like the character practically the same.
Yeah.
Where he's just this, he's very witty, and he's just always cracking jokes, and he's always, he's swinging around just doing his thing. And he's already bit, so it's already like there's nothing that really needs to be set up. He's already doing his thing.
It's not an origin story. It's when it starts, he's already Spider-Man.
Yeah, like they kind of go like a brief little overview,
a little recap.
but it's like nothing that we already didn't know about his origin story, which is great because everybody knows Spider-Man's origins. Even people that like don't read Spider-Man or really care about Spider-Man knows his origins. Yeah. So this was an amazing issue to kind of get fans and new fans in, and I really enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, especially
it was very good. If anyone's interested in reading Spider-Man or any comics at all, honestly, I would definitely recommend starting with Spidey. It's a great spot for new readers.
Yeah, and also I really enjoyed that the villain in this one was Doc Ock.
Yes,
which Doc Ock is a great villain, and then it ends with Norman Osborn, and I was really excited because Norman Osborn.
This is one of my only complaint is about Norman Osborn.
Oh no!
How it's for whatever reason he's lacking his cornrows. He has like some brown, luscious hair, but his cornrows are gone.
Yep.
Is the classic, iconic cornrows.
Yep. Rusted pasta cornrows.
I'm gonna miss them. I'm gonna miss them.
But yeah, I mean, all in all, this was pretty good. I mean, it's like they go on a school field trip, I think it was,
Yep.
right?
They go on a field trip to like a science lab.
And then,
or they go to Osborne.
Yeah, they go to Oscorp.
Yeah,
and
Oscorp.
Then they visit Oscorp, and they get attacked by Doc Ock, and that's pretty much most of the episode. It's just a good setup, like comic, and it's fun.
It's a fun little.
It's a fun little
Spider-Man
read.
story.
And since it's a #1, and it just came out this past
yeah.
week, so you can probably pick up a copy easily for like pretty decent. It's like cheap. So, yeah. All right. Well, I want to talk about something, I guess, too.
Alrighty.
Okay. This is something that I know a lot of people are fans of, and that is Invader Zim.
Oh, yes.
Because the Nickelodeon show, as everybody remembers, if you were a kid and you ever watched Invader Zim, you had a great life. Because they stopped the show, unfortunately. It got canceled because of an episode that got a little too adult-ish. It got a little too dark, and it got canceled because of it. It was too grim and too graphic for kids' television programming. So then, about a few years later, they finally have been releasing, just recently, the new Invader Zim comics, which are continuations passed from the show. And it's like 15 years since the date of when the show got canceled, and it's just continuing 15 years later. And all the characters look exactly the same as from the show, so it's like they showed no signs of age. And it's from all the original writers and creators of it, and there's 5 issues so far. So they're all absolutely amazing.
Oh, I just read all of them, and I never grew up watching Invader Zim. I've never really watched any of it. But this comic makes me want to watch the show because it was a lot of fun. It's a very funny series.
Absolutely. What I really like about it is I really enjoy these covers. These covers are really cool.
Yeah.
The art style is exactly like the television show, so it's incredibly perfect, and the writing is absolutely amazing. And when you read the dialogue, since I watched the show so much, I only can imagine when they talk, just the voice actors from the original show just saying these lines, and it just makes it all the funnier, and you can just imagine it as like it was the show. Like you were just imagining everything moving, and everything's kind of going, and the humor is still the exact same from the show too. So it's
it is.
Very witty humor, very cynical humor, I would say. There's a little bit of a cynicism in their humor.
Yeah, there is a little bit of it.
But it's tasteful cynicism. You know, because like, I mean, we can easily say in issue 5, there's a lot of like nods and jokes to video games and just video gamers and people, how they ridicule people that aren't gamers and are like, oh, you don't like video games and stuff. So, you know, it's just very funny in that aspect, and I really enjoy it. It was really, really good.
It's very good.
Yeah, I gotta read past issue 2. I mean, I just haven't had the time. I just started it today.
Yeah, it's
but
fine.
I definitely agree with everything you've said about like just like the way it looks and the way it's written. It's like it's exactly like the show.
It's perfect. It's a definite must-read of anything. I would definitely recommend Invader Zim to everybody, especially if you're a fan of the original Nickelodeon cartoon series. You should totally read this. But if you definitely also haven't seen the original series, highly would recommend the original series because it is still very, very funny. It's a lot funnier now than when I was a kid. So, would you like to talk about something cool?
Yeah, actually, just recently, Marvel, they relaunched all their series, new #1s, but one of them was Doctor Strange. I picked up the first issue, and I read it a while ago, and I thought it was all right. But then I just recently picked up issues 2 and 3, and they were a lot of fun. In these 3 issues, each one's like a sort of like a little standalone story, where in the first issue, it just sort of sets everything up. The second issue is a tour of his house, where it's just him and a girl who is coming to him for help, and they're just sort of walking around his house, and it's just all the crazy stuff that's going on, and it's a very fun series. It's exploring all the magic and everything, and actually just next year Marvel's coming out with a Doctor Strange movie. So if you like their movies, you might want to check out Doctor Strange so you can get acquainted with the character.
I actually do have a question about the run right now. I also read the first issue, and it was kind of strange just how...
It was strange. It was Doctor Strange.
I'm sorry, you ran into that
you
joke.
Just walked
You literally
right into
just...
it. Like, just slammed right into it.
I think there was a brick wall, and you just ran into it. And
Anyways, I thought it was odd that Doctor Strange's character was just so different in the way he presented himself. Like, he was very...
I mean, you've only ever read one comic with Doctor
the
Strange,
annual. But it was like, I don't know, it was just kind of odd. Does it is he still like that later on, or
That's
is he?
who he is.
Okay.
Yeah. It's with comics, the characters change a lot. It really isn't that different from Classic Strange.
Okay.
He wears sneakers now instead of boots, but it's pretty much just Doctor Strange.
Okay. And it does like you get used to it and stuff.
Yeah. The thing is, the only thing you ever read was Jonathan Hickman, Doctor Strange.
Right.
And he writes everyone a lot more darker, more serious, very grim. So like it's just Doctor Strange. Like this is a more fun-loving Doctor Strange. But
Yes.
It's definitely just still Doctor Strange.
Okay.
I myself have not read Doctor Strange, but I was very interested in reading it, and I'm definitely going to take the time to check it out for sure because
it was very fun.
I want to get myself acquainted to the character as well because I've never read anything related to Doctor Strange, but he's always been interesting to me. I've always been interested in the character. So I'm willing to give him a chance and hope that, Doctor Strange is going to be really good. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of fun.
The art in the comics is amazing.
Does it look good?
It's amazing. Oh my god, it's so complicated.
He's one of my favorite artists. This is the cover art. It's the same as the interior art.
Oh,
Just
wow.
the crazy detailed stuff.
Oh, that's
This
good.
guy, Chris Bacallo. I'm sorry.
Butchering
but
left and right.
his art is just crazy. I love his art. It takes like a team of like several inkers to do all the ink for all of his art. Like it's like crazy, and I love it.
It's like one of the few comics I would not read digitally.
Yeah.
Like you have to read it with like the paper because there's no real order to the panels. Not often.
I
mean, there is.
It's can't be a comic if you can't really understand the order.
That's true, but like, it just kind of goes all over the place, and that's what's really cool about it.
It's not a rigid comic is probably what you're trying to say.
Yeah, it's very, very loose.
All right.
Go ahead.
Cool. Well, are we also talking about Doctor Strange?
I mean, if you want to move on, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
I don't care.
Well, we just picked up a #1 issue. Harry and I both did.
Yeah, we both.
And
have
it was totally. We both brought our copies. It's Totally Awesome Hulk. It is
That's actually the name.
Yeah.
It's actually called the
Totally Awesome Hulk. And I'll tell you this much: it's a lot of fun. This was
totally awesome.
It was totally awesome. It was a really good Hulk story with a new Hulk, and it's written by Greg Pak, who's one of my favorite Hulk writers. He wrote Planet Hulk, World War Hulk.
Yeah.
A lot of
very good
great
writer.
Hulk writer. Like he's a really great Hulk writer, and he also did the Secret Wars Planet Hulk as well. I think.
No.
He had no association.
No, that was Sam Humphries.
Oh, oh, really?
Yeah.
I could have sworn that was Greg Pak.
No.
I
Greg
thought
Pak wrote the B story in issue 1, where it shows how Planet Hulk started. He wrote that.
Okay, then never mind. I guess I'm completely wrong, and I'm just really, really bad at remembering who writes Hulk. But Greg Pak is a great
He's
Hulk
a very good writer.
So when I picked this up, I was a little nervous because I did not like the character design. I think it was the hair. The hair kind of threw me off. I was like, he looks kind of like a dude bro. Like he looks like a fraternity bro, or but you know what? Honestly, once you get past that, he was a really well-written character.
Oh, absolutely.
It was a lot of fun. He fights a 2-headed giant turtle monster in the first episode, which, it's like, at that point, you're just like, well, this is going to be a fun series. It's going to be great.
Open up to that page, because the art, this art is just
You opened
fantastic.
it! Oh my gosh! It's ruined. The Valley was gone. Oh no.
Look at this.
But look at this.
There we go.
He punches out a 2-headed giant turtle, and it's super awesome.
Yeah.
And it was super exciting, and it was amazing, and everything about this was a really, really great story.
Yeah.
And also, they have a lot of they also are diving deep into what happened to Bruce Banner as the mystery of it. So we want to know what happened to Bruce Banner because he gets into this tussle with his sister. I think it was his sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new Hulk, Amadeus Cho.
Yeah.
He gets into a fight with his sister.
And then he's like, well, I don't want to become like Dr. Banner. And then they do a flashback of Dr. Banner for a bit. But we don't know what happened to him. And so there's a mystery building of what did happen to Bruce Banner Hulk. And then, so that's where I really enjoy. And I think that was really great that they did
it was
that.
a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, all right. I think we're going to talk about one more. Just one more. That's
One
it.
more.
Just one more.
Just one more.
Which again,
We both have as well. It's the Invincible Iron Man, issue #4, and it's the one with Mary Jane Watson on the cover, and she's in it at the end.
She's in it a little bit.
She's in there for the last few pages, but yeah, no, she's in it, and it was good though.
It was really
still
good.
good.
Really, really enjoy this series. I usually have a pretty hard time getting into Iron Man. I like the character, but I've never really found an Iron Man comic that I really enjoyed until this one. It's taking Iron Man. It's sort of there's nothing really extremely new about it because it's just pretty much Iron Man, just fighting bad guys and stuff. But his new armor is really cool. The super armor.
In this issue he gets samurai armor, which is awesome.
He has a suit of armor that is also all of his other armors. It can transform into any armor. If he needs a Hulk Buster, he can just turn into the Hulk Buster.
Yeah, it comes off his body and then it'll reform itself into something that he needs it to be.
So in this issue, he's fighting cyborg ninjas, and he turns his armor into samurai armor, and he gets a sword, and it's really cool.
It is really fun, and I loved the samurai armor. And I loved him fighting the samurais. It was really cool. The only thing. You and I both expressed this. We both don't like Friday.
Oh yeah, there's one of the supporting characters. She's like in the Iron Man movies. You have Jarvis, like the AI in his suit. They actually introduced Friday in Age of Ultron, I think.
Yes, they introduced Friday in Age of Ultron.
She's in the comics. She's really annoying. I don't like Friday.
Every time Tony says one line, she interrupts with a line of something else, and it constantly goes between the both of them constantly. And it's just, she doesn't add anything, and it's just really, you just want to hear Tony talk.
Yeah.
And then but then it's always Tony Friday, Tony Friday, Tony Friday, and it was just getting really juggled. This was definitely one
that
part.
right there where it's entire, here we go, like this.
There
are 2 pages.
There's 2 pages.
Right here, the pink bubbles over here are all Friday talking. And then there's a little bit of Iron Man talking, but this entire page is her talking.
And it's absolutely annoying.
And so is this entire page. She likes to talk a lot.
So it's literally just like, Tony Friday, Tony Friday, Tony Friday, Tony Friday. And it would just constantly go back and forth. And it was getting to a point where I was getting actually very, very annoyed. And I was getting a headache from reading that because I was like, come on, just let Tony talk. Just let him say his thing. And then say what you need to say afterwards. Yeah. I mean, because that's usually what comics tend to do. But this one, they were just like, no, let's just have him banter back and forth constantly. But it was just... It wasn't really. She didn't really.
Banter. It's not even good banter.
She just kind of didn't.
It's just her complaining.
Yeah, it was her complaining, and she had to say something directly.
Like Iron Man says, "I'm gonna do this," and then she says, "No, you're not," and that's it.
Yeah, she does.
That's their banter.
It's just like whatever. Or she just tries to add a joke, and it's like, wow, that joke did not work.
So as much as I love Brian Michael Bendis' writing, and his banter is usually really good, I don't like Friday, and I'm hoping she kind of quiets it down over the next couple issues.
Absolutely. All right, well, we're going to cut to commercial. So, all right, we'll catch you guys for anime. Thanks for staying for comics.
Anime.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Hi, everybody. We're here to talk about anime now, which there's not much news to talk about because honestly, we've also been very busy and we weren't able to watch any of our shows really to catch up, so we don't have much to talk about, but there's still something to talk about. But promise you that we will talk more about anime in our love for anime
Okay.
a lot sooner. But
So,
anyways.
yeah, especially once this season wraps up, and then we'll start up next semester. The winter season will be like on a roll, so I'll have a lot to talk about then.
Absolutely, we'll.
But for now, there are a couple articles that I found interesting, like when Marine was there and The Boy and the Beast were both nominated for Annie Awards.
Yeah, I really wanted to see the Marine one.
This is
which one's that one called
This was the
again?
studio when Marine was there. This
Yeah,
is
when Marine
the Ghibli movie the most recent one that Takahata directed.
Yeah, I really enjoy Takahata a lot. I think he's a great
He's so
director.
underrated.
He
He's
is
so underrated.
He's very, very good, and I really enjoy his films. So I'm very excited to see it.
A lot of I get why people love Miyazaki's work. Like he's like right underneath. What's Astro Boy writer? What's his name? Osamu Tezuka.
Yeah.
He's like right underneath him in terms of importance to the industry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like when you have stuff like Princess Mononoke and Spirited Away and Laputa, friggin'.
He's got more of a family aspect, though,
Yeah.
so it's a little bit more accessible to watch his material.
Yeah.
Unlike Takahata, which is a little more
Takahata's much more
traditional.
to the heart, I'd say.
It's more traditional and to the heart and very simple. There's not much of a fantasy element to it.
No,
which
not
a lot
often.
of Miyazaki stuff is fantasy, so I can see why people could be turned off by Takahata, but I think Takahata is a phenomenal director.
The way he crafts his characters, it's like, oh my god. Whisper of the Heart especially. That's my favorite one he's
Whisper of
done.
the Heart was a great movie. It was very, very cute.
Yeah,
very nice.
cute. I related to it a lot, as I have a minor in creative writing. Like seriously, that movie hit me hard when I watched it.
It was a really, really great film.
And I'm really excited for Boy and the Beast. I've been expressing my interest in that movie for months now.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to check it out. I know I'm gonna watch it eventually, so
me too.
Just
Yeah.
gotta get time to watch it. But finals.
Oh, finals. I'll skip the Euphonium article. It's just a movie. This one's interesting. The Danganronpa 3 anime is confirmed, but it's not adapting Danganronpa 3 the game. It's a conclusive sequel to Danganronpa 1 and 2, like that story.
Oh.
So, like, characters from Danganronpa 1 return for Danganronpa 3, but it's not adapting Danganronpa 3. So it's like, what is with these terms and these titles?
That's just confusing.
Yeah.
That's like a juggle between like so many different things.
Yeah, no, it's really
doesn't-
weird.
I hope it's good. I hope it ends up being good.
It's the same writer as the games. So I have a feeling it'll be good, and it's an anime original story. Like this has nothing to adapt anything from. It is like a true sequel in and of itself.
Okay, good. Well, hopefully it'll end up really well. I mean, I never watched Danganronpa. I know my roommate has played the video games. He likes the Danganronpa video games a lot.
I'm playing through 2 right now.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about him.
Yeah.
So I mean, I hope that the anime ends up being at least pretty good though.
Yeah, me too. This one makes me excited. Assassination Classroom Season 2 is going to premiere on January 7th.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so
Assassination
excited.
that show.
Oh my god.
Show
When
is crazy good.
Oh,
It's
God.
so funny. Unfortunately, what stinks is that I missed a lot of episodes when we were watching an anime club. I missed a lot of episodes, so I kind of bailed out after like episode 12, I think. So I wasn't really paying attention. But from what I've seen, what I knew I've seen, I loved it. I thought it was really, really funny.
Oh, it's excellent.
I have to catch up on it, so I definitely plan on watching the rest of it. But I really, really enjoy it, and I'm very excited for season 2.
Assassination Classroom is like one of the few anime that I actually did not see before. Like, I read the manga before I watched the anime. It's like a very rare case where that happens for me, because I read the manga like over the summer, like I think it was last year, like the summer before we came to college. I read like about a third of the manga at that point, and then I saw the anime was announced, and I was like, I guess I won't read the manga anymore. And I was kind of worried. The team behind the anime, I was like, will it be good? Because, the director has had a lot of hit and miss. Okay. Like, he directed the Danganronpa anime, if that can give you an idea. Okay. But he did a great job with Assassination Classroom.
Oh my gosh, yes. It was really, really good. I thought it was funny.
Like,
so
oh my God.
If for people that don't know what Assassination Classroom is, it's about an alien that comes down to destroy the Earth, but they but the government says, well, don't destroy the Earth. How about you teach this class of misfit kids? And then they tell these kids, hey, your task is to kill your professor while also going through school. And they realize that he could also become their greatest teacher ever while also trying to assassinate him because he's an alien that's trying to destroy the Earth. Because he destroyed, like, the moon.
Yeah, he destroyed the moon. It's a permanent crescent moon.
Yeah, it's a permanent crescent moon for, like, the rest of the world, like,
all of time.
All of time.
Unless we get a new moon.
Who knows?
Go buy a new one.
Yeah, just go buy a new one
NASA
at
just
Walmart.
bought a new moon. But it's a lot of fun. It's a really, really good show, too.
So hyped for season 2.
Season 2 is going to be great.
Final article I have is interesting because, okay, have you seen Steins Gate?
No.
Or have you played the game?
No and no. I want to play the visual. I want to read the visual novel.
You want to read the visual novel?
I want to read the visual novel before
I
watch
won't
the show.
delve too much into what a lot of this stuff means.
Okay.
But the Steins Gate anime aired in 2011.
Yeah.
You know, it adapted the game, which came out in like 2009, I want to say, on the Xbox 360.
Is it?
Yeah, it first came out on the Xbox 360, then it got a PC port.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then it got like ported to every console known to man.
Is it on PC, my name?
It is on PC.
I will have to get
I have it on PC.
I have to get it on PC now.
It's also on, actually, you could get it on PS4. It's like translated and on PS4.
Oh boy, well.
Wait, Steins Gate.
So you can get Steins Gate.
That's on my list of things to watch.
Yes.
I really want to see
Steins
it.
Gate's a great anime. Oh my god.
Although I've always been told that if you've played the visual novel, the game is the anime is not as good. You don't like the anime as much. And if you've seen the anime first and then you play the visual novel, you're not gonna like the visual novel very much.
The thing about the visual novel is that it's not exactly an easy visual novel. It's like it's easy to mess up. Like, it's a hard game. Like, you have to make decisions and pay attention and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's easy to get a bad ending.
Yeah,
The anime went with, I forget if it was the good ending or the true ending. It was one of those.
It
has
to be. I would assume it would be a good ending.
Probably, honestly.
Probably the good ending. Sometimes if a show ends on a good and the true ending, then
the true ending is sometimes not a good ending at all. Sometimes the bad ending is better than the true ending.
Yeah.
But the Steins Gate anime had a rebroadcast, like a marathon, basically on TV and Nico Nico Doga, which is like Japanese YouTube.
Okay.
The weird thing that happened is that episode 23 didn't end normally. Like I think it was like the 16 or 15 minute mark of episode 23 was brand new content. And the reason why is because it adapted the beta timeline route from the game. And they did that because Steins Gate 0 is coming out soon. Steins Gate 0 is a true sequel to Steins Gate, despite what the name might imply.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to be an anime and a game. So I guess they're like, let's rewrite Steins Gate's ending. Or at least just like include the beta timeline. And I saw the episode, it was pretty interesting.
That could be good.
Yeah.
Possibly, that sounds a little shaky though.
Yeah, it's really weird.
There's a part of me that's unsure on how that's gonna go. Like, where's it gonna end up? Like, is it gonna be like?
I've seen a trailer for the game Steins Gate 0, and I have to say, I have no clue what to think. Like, all the character designs are updated because they're older. Like, I don't know how far into the future it's going to be, but like, judging from the way everyone looks, I'm gonna say like 5 years.
Okay.
And wow, I'm very interested. I want to watch it totally.
Yeah, if anything, by the time I know this winter, I have a lot of things on my plate that I want to read and watch and stuff because I'm not gonna do homework. There's no homework.
Who cares?
There's no school, so I'm just gonna watch stuff, and
yeah, I'm
probably gonna end up attempting to play the visual novel. I'm probably gonna try and attempt to watch the anime or whatever I want to do because I'm gonna just have to decide at some point whether I want to or not, and I might as well just do whatever I can do the best or what I can afford to do. So
afford time and money.
Yeah, if anything, I might just watch the anime and just kind of deal with it, not knowing I haven't played the visual novel.
The game's not too expensive. You can get it on Jast or Right Stuff for like $30. So that's not too bad.
$30 is still a lot.
It's a long game.
I mean, especially because I'm a little jobless right now.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
You know,
or
I'm already in a very expensive
just, like,
hobby.
borrow my copy and install it and stuff like that.
If you want to do that.
Yeah, that's
that'd
fine.
Be cool.
I don't care.
So I would much appreciate it. I mean, I'd feel really bad, but yeah.
Who cares?
But
so
anyways.
yeah, I think that's it.
All right, cool. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap up with our Secret Santa, which is what we decided to do. So stay tuned. We're going to have a Secret Santa for our season finale. We will see you guys in a bit after these commercial breaks.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
You guys going to my party on Friday?
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be crazy.
All right.
What's up, dude?
I'm loving your jacket. Don't be such a fag.
If you don't mean it, why say it? Words hurt. Think before you speak.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Is it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Thank you, dear. Oh, you're very supple. Just like I was at your age. Back then, I was a sex expert. Used to call me the buttered biscuit. I know about birth control, too. So you can ask me anything, baby.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
Have you had sex in this car yet?
Yeah, that would be weird. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We're here for our Secret Santa.
Secret Santa time.
Oh my gosh! It's the director
it's
of the
director,
show,
Mr. Director.
Corey McCrea.
Hello.
He's the director of OBB Triple. You could thank him for thanks for being on the show, director. If you could not.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Ryan.
He's like Santa Claus though. He brought in all these gifts.
Yes, I brought all these gifts. No, I'm joking. We all bought gifts for each other, and the goal of this is to have gotten the worst gift possible. So let's start with this one right here. Who's it from? Who's it to?
That one's to you.
From you, Ryan?
Maybe.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Read what it says on there.
Love of Lord of all scrubs.
No, it says to Scrub Lord.
To
Lord
Scrub
of all
Lord.
scrubs.
Oh
right,
God.
Well, I'll
So
open
he's
this
even a
right
scrub
now.
when it comes to reading.
I wonder what it is.
Oh God, I'm interested in what this is. What is that?
Okay. What you need to know is if you hit the Try Me demo, he says some pretty cool things.
Oh, some cool things.
Hold on, so the audience can hear how hip and hopping he is. No, keep going. Keep going.
Oh my God.
He raps.
Why?
For us, it's gotta be smooth.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Ryan, I love it.
He's super dang.
I mean,
he drops the
going
beats
up.
like Dr. Dre.
I like
up
the
on my
design.
mantle. Definitely, I'm keeping that. All right, let's do this one next.
Joe,
Oh.
I'd like to give you your present.
Why, thank you, Harry. What is this?
Go ahead and open it. Maybe you'll
It's
find
so
out.
heavy. What the heck is this?
Just tear it open.
What? I got
You're
potatoes.
Oh my gosh.
Harry, I have no idea what to say. You got me two potatoes.
Merry Christmas, Joe.
I'm gonna make mashed potatoes. I'm gonna totally make something out of this. Oh my God.
You gotta make yourself some bacon.
Oh my God. I think I'm gonna do that.
Oh my god, I can't breathe.
Wow. Okay.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
What money can buy.
Let's do my gift next.
Okay.
Oh,
all right, here. Oh my god. Here you go, Harry.
Thanks.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Oh my god. It's a Uncle Grandpa.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
This is the best.
Oh,
We finally bought it.
Oh my god. I'm assuming you're not a fan.
The thing is, I think it's pretty funny. I'm like the only person I know that actually kind of enjoys Uncle Grandpa.
Oh, yeah, I tried watching Uncle Grandpa, and I just, it's too
I
ridiculous. I
completely
can't watch
openly
it.
admit it's a terrible show. It's a horrible show.
Just so you know, you're not alone. I kind of
like
like
it?
it.
The funny thing about this
I hate
comic,
it, but I
can I
love
just say, the funny thing about this comic is that this has been a joke for at least 6 months between us.
We've been joking every time we go to the store. I joke, I'm gonna buy the Uncle Grandpa comic today. So I'm gonna buy the Uncle Grandpa comic.
you own the
Now I
Grandpa.
own the Uncle Grandpa comic.
I really wanted to buy a Sonic Boom comic
my
too,
God.
but
I
that
thought
would
it
have
was
been
gonna
too
be
much
a Sonic
money.
comic. I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be a Sonic comic.
Oh my God, it's fantastic.
right.
Thank you, Jim.
No problem. Thanks for the potatoes.
Time for my present. My present to Ryan.
After all these, I don't know what to expect. I'm a little afraid now.
I honestly don't know how you're going to react to it.
Oh, the suspense is killing me.
What is this?
From the slap chop guy, Vince. It's
Oh my
invincible.
Is that not the most egotistical name you've ever heard of on a product?
It's Vince.
Oh my God.
It's Vince.
See, the thought process was,
Vince.
Ryan, you're disgusting and need to clean yourself up.
I gotta clean up my act for finals. That's for sure. I should just spray everything with this, and maybe my
Oh my God.
go away.
Beautiful.
Maybe if I spray it in my brain. Maybe if I spray it on my life. Maybe I'll clean myself up
You'll
good.
be cleaned of all the anime.
Look at that face!
Oh
Why
my
is he
God.
tipping it upside down?
So,
That's inefficient.
no, I think the thing is that there's a rubber tip, there's a weighted tip, so you can never, no matter what direction you're spraying.
So you're gonna
can
put it
spray-
upside down, pointed at your face?
I don't know.
Oh,
I just
God.
bought it.
But this is beautiful. No, this is beautiful.
My stomach hurts.
Look at him.
Oh my God.
Vince is a beautiful man.
You see, what we gotta do, Ryan, is you never open it. It might be a collector's item.
Oh my God.
This is the true collector's item, just like the slap chop, you know? Oh,
Sorry.
The penguin was trying to bust another rap rhyme out at us.
Not yet. Later.
So, all right. So, what would we conclusively say was the best or worst?
If I had to guess, I'd say Harry's gift.
I'd say,
Yeah, the potatoes, man. Holy cow.
Oh yeah.
So congratulations, Harry. You win the worst present.
the best worst gift on the show.
Because like you and I both love potatoes. It's like our.
I was originally gonna get you Krabby Patties, and then me and Ryan were walking through Walmart, and we look and there's just potatoes. I'm like, I'm getting him potatoes.
Oh my god, that's so good. It's so funny. But he's just like, I think I should get him
I like
potatoes.
jokingly picked up the potato. I was like, I'm gonna get a potato, and then I was like, I'm gonna get him a potato.
They were so heavy. I was like, did he give me rocks or something?
No, better potatoes.
I mean, I can actually eat these.
Hey, at least now you got food for like tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all broke college students.
Oh my
now
God,
we
we
just
should
fed a college student.
We should make these Sunday or something.
Make potatoes.
We're just gonna.
All right.
at least got
Oh my
potatoes
God,
It's
I'm
about time to
lightheaded.
wrap up the show, guys.
now. All right. Well, the director's telling us this, so I guess
Yeah,
you know.
well, I'm usually director and assistant director, keeping track of time and everything, so.
Well, we're exactly an hour in.
Oh, by the way, we would like to thank Ken Dowd. Right now, he's in the back. He took over as director for me right now, so big thanks to Ken. Thank you, Ken.
Thanks, Ken.
You're a cool guy. You're a cool cat. And so, I guess, just Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you have a
Happy
safe
holidays.
holiday.
Absolutely.
Happy holidays, everybody.
And
So-
thanks for watching the season finale of Oh Baby and Trouble.
Baby.
We
This
will
is
be
the season finale, so we'll be back next semester. Different time, actually. We're not sure yet, but we're going to try a post-production show next semester.
Yep, so it won't be live anymore,
Yeah.
but we will air it as if it was live.
It's going to be great.
It'll be super goofy.
We'll pretend it's live.
So stay excited, everybody, and have a Merry Christmas.
Stay safe, guys.
Have a good night.
So.
Keep waiting. Just keep going.
Just
He's
keep
gonna,
waiting.
we're gonna leave.
A penguin like me with that ice-cold rhythm needs a polarific pal to do some dancing with him. So, come on, let's share some moves. One word for us, it's gotta be smooth.